If you're just joining us, AIA Northern Virginia recognizes the outstanding achievements of our members and colleagues through the Chapter Honor Awards. We're very happy to announce the 2020 award recipients, so let's get started. We are going to kick things off by announcing our Emerging Leaders in Architecture nominee. Our chapter nominates a candidate for AIA Virginia's ELA program every year and pays for half of the fees. ELA is an intensive program of educational sessions undertaken over a course of a year by a small cadre of just 16 participants, selected for their potential to be outstanding contributors to the profession and the community. This year, our chapter is very proud to sponsor Kayla Bromley, AIA, of Reeder and Schwartz Architects. AIA Northern Virginia's ARE Scholarship is intended to recognize an associate AIA member who has made significant contributions to the profession at an early stage of their career and to encourage their pursuit of licensure. This award recognizes that the cost of testing is a common obstacle for emerging professionals pursuing licensure and supports a deserving member to allow them to focus on passing the 6 divisions of the architectural registration exams. This scholarship covers the cost of all 6 exams, which is typically over $1,400. This year, our chapter decided to provide this scholarship to 2 recipients. Please watch this presentation video by Tony Lem, AIA, and Simone Seidel, AIA, of the Young Architects Forum Committee.
Hi, my name is Tony Lem, and I'm the current co-chair of the Young Architects Forum.
And I'm Simone Seidel, the current past chair of the Young Architects Forum and a director on the Northern Virginia Board of Directors. We are pleased this evening to present the 2020 ARE Scholarship Award to 2 extraordinary individuals. The first individual is Lara Fada. She's an emerging architect who works for Sanchez Palmer Architects in Old Town. She is currently co-chair of YAF and will be chair in 2021. We are inspired by her desire to be an advocate for diversity within the profession and serve as a voice for those who have been underrepresented in their communities.
The second individual is Mario Rodriguez, an emerging architect from GBR Architects in Old Town. We admire his commitment and dedication to becoming an architect despite the many challenges he has faced throughout the years, and has been able to move past it through sheer grit, hard work, and personal sacrifice.
We are thrilled to be able to support Lara and Mario in their pursuit of licensure, and we wish them both the best of luck. Congrats!
Congratulations! We drink to your honor tonight.
Congratulations to Laura and Mario. We would also like to give a big congratulations to the 12 newly licensed members of our chapter. In the era of COVID-19, these folks were still able to complete their licensure. We all celebrate your achievement. Congratulations to each one of you. This year, one of the members of our chapter was elevated to the College of Fellows. He's Kenneth Weisman, FAIA of Canon Design. Ken is known worldwide for his award-winning designs of sports facilities and has had a profound impact on that building type. Congratulations on an outstanding achievement. We are going to kick off our awards presentations this evening with an award of special recognition presented by Charles Todd, AIA of Little.
I am honored to present the Award of Special Recognition. This recipient has provided over 12 years of support to our chapter and has been a resource of talent to achieve some remarkable objectives related to the Design Awards. Our award for special recognition for 2020 goes to Laura Lewis. Laura has volunteered her time and talent over many years to help make our Design Awards what they have become. Laura has been instrumental in assisting her husband, J. Paul Lewis, our Design Awards co-chair, to collectively provide a wealth of communication and presentation talent to our chapter. Laura's contributions have ranged from voiceovers, introductions, testing equipment, and participating in timing run-throughs on short notice, to name a few. One notable story from J. Paul. A few years back, our Design Awards jury was in Atlanta. That year, no one else from our chapter could accompany J. Paul to facilitate jury deliberations. Laura traveled with J. Paul, showed up early to the chapter house, configured the space, carried and set up video equipment, greeted the jury, helped facilitate the morning and afternoon jury sessions, and returned the chapter house to its previous configuration at the end of the day. This year, as our design awards went virtual, a spotlight shone on the technical quality that we could not have achieved without her opera voice. We honor Laura with the chapter's award of special recognition. Thank you.
Congratulations, Laura. Along with all our award recipients this evening, Laura has received our custom award plaque designed by Matt Harwood, an artist at the Torpedo Factory in Alexandria. Moving on now to our Craftsmanship Award presented by Jim Clark, FAIA, of MTFA Architecture.
I'm Jim Clark, and I am pleased that Dan Lepore & Sons is receiving this Craftsmanship Award. My firm, MTFA Architecture, has worked with them for many years. When we are faced with challenging restoration projects, we look for Lepore to perform work because we know that they are meticulous, careful, and skilled. We have worked with them on important historic landmarks, including the conservation of the exterior of the Folger Shakespeare Library, the cleaning of the Corcoran Gallery of Art, restoration of Luther Place Memorial Church, and the restoration of the John Paul Jones Crypt at the U.S. Naval Academy, and more. Because both of our firms have a deep respect for historic buildings and their materials, we have gained a level of trust and collaboration towards using the gentlest means possible to achieve the best results. One of the reasons we love working with them is that they will do whatever it takes to make a building beautiful again.
The photos and detail of this project are stunning. You can see them on our Design Awards page on our website. Congratulations to Dan Lepore & Sons. Our next award is the Chapter Award, will be presented by Braden Field, AIA of MTFA Architects.
It's my pleasure to present this year's AIA Northern Virginia Chapter Award to Allison R. Mullins. Allison is an attorney focused on construction law and civil litigation, particularly related to design professionals. As a founding partner in her firm, Shannon, Mullins & Wright, LLP, Allison has been a supportive allied professional and has gone above and beyond in her contributions to the chapter and to our profession as a whole. She's contributed regularly to the chapter, volunteering her time as a guest instructor for our ARE prep series. In fact, she participated in one of our sessions a few years back in the middle of a snowstorm with a broken ankle while pregnant with twins. That's the degree of her dedication to our chapter. She also contributes regularly, writing to our chapter newsletter. Allison has significantly inspired and influenced the architecture profession in Northern Virginia through her time, expertise, and ability to communicate with the profession. With this award, our chapter recognizes and thanks Allison for her support of our chapter. Congratulations.
Last year, I was part of the committee to update our chapter bylaws, and Allison was instrumental in making sure we followed the laws required of nonprofits and of the Commonwealth of Virginia. Congratulations to her. We now move on to our Service to the Chapter Award, presented by Joe McCoy, AIA of Sanchez Palmer Architects.
The Service to the Chapter Award recognizes exemplary and meritorious conduct by a member or members in service to the AI Northern Virginia chapter. This year, we are recognizing multiple recipients, and I have the honor of presenting the award to the Design Awards Leadership and Graphics teams from the 2020 Chapter Design Awards. As we are all aware, this year has been like no other in recent memory, and regular programming for our chapter has been heavily impacted, forcing us all to adapt to a new and challenging virtual format. Without a physical venue and other familiar components of the regular in-person Design Awards Gala, greater emphasis this year fell to the graphic design and visual production components of the program, and key members of the planning committee stood out through their contributions in making this year's event a success. The following individuals are recognized for their special efforts with this year's event through outstanding graphic design. Sydney Hubricks, Associate AIA, KGD Architecture. Having previously served on the planning committee, Sydney stepped up this year and volunteered to head the effort for graphic design and branding of the event. With the increased emphasis on graphics this year, it became clear early on that this effort would require quite a bit of time and energy. But Sydney tackled it with a passion. She teamed with others on the committee and helped set a professional and creative tone for this new virtual delivery of our annual event. Miriam Rahman, Associate AIA, KGD Architecture. Miriam joined Sydney in the design and production of graphic for this year's awards program. At the time she joined the Design Awards Committee, she was also new to the chapter, but decided to jump right in and contribute through her time and talents in a meaningful way to what has traditionally become the marquee event of our chapter's program year. Their combined efforts and contributions of Sydney and Miriam have this year continued our tradition of professional level productions and have again highlighted the creativity and the talents of our members in service to the chapter. The following individuals and co-chairs of the Design Awards Committee are also recognized for their significant efforts and dedication in producing this year's Design Awards program. J. Paul Lewis, AIA. At this point, it's hard to imagine an awards planning effort that wouldn't include J. Paul. Following several years already of dedicated service to this important chapter awards event, he has again outdone himself through superior audiovisual design and production of this year's unique format. As the committee early on pivoted to a virtual delivery, J. Paul introduced even more of his skills and gifts.
Hopefully, most of you were able to watch our Design Awards online this year. It was very impressive, especially considering the short timeline to revamp and put it all together. If you did not get to see the awards, please check out our YouTube channel, which is where we'll also post this recording very soon. We have 2 awards this year for service to the chapter. The next one is presented by Karen Conkey, AIA, of Conkey Architects.
Hello, I'm Karen Conkey, and I have the great honor and privilege on behalf of AIA Northern Virginia to bestow the Service to the Chapter Award to my friend and colleague, John Burns. The Service to the Chapter Award recognizes exemplary conduct by a member in service of the chapter of AIA Northern Virginia. I can't think of anyone more deserving of this award than John. He has served 5 terms, yes, that's right, 5 terms, as a chapter representative on the AIA Virginia board, with his first 2 terms being in 2010 to 2013, and again from 2015 to the present. John steps down this year after all the service from this post, and we wish him well. I have had the pleasure of serving with John since 2017 on this board and have gotten to know him well in our time together carpooling to Richmond. John's institutional memory of how things were done and suggestions of how things could be done have been invaluable to this organization, and his knowledge of Robert's rules are quite enviable. In addition to this commendable service, John has served as the Historic Resources Committee Chair for our chapter since 2015. He has helped organize the very popular Architecture Week tour here in Old Town Alexandria every year. He has been a longtime member of our chapter, and probably most important to our executive director, he has been the unsung volunteer assisting his spouse, Debbie, with countless hours of unloading and loading cars, moving furniture and easels, cleaning up the chapter house after events, and cooking dinner for Debbie when she works late assisting our members. Truly a great level of service. Furthermore, John is always willing to mentor younger colleagues and tirelessly encourages all he meets to stay active and involved in the AIA. John, I really wish I could be there to give you this award in person, and I hope that we can all celebrate with you in the very near future. Congratulations and thanks for all that you have done and all of your hard work. On behalf of the chapter, I congratulate you on this award.
Congratulations to John. He's been an amazing volunteer for our chapter and the profession as a whole for so many years. This next award is for Distinguished Leadership. It's being presented by our 2021 chapter president, Manoj Dalaya, FAIA of KGD Architecture.
We're very pleased to announce that the Distinguished Leadership Award goes to Joe McCoy for exhibiting the highest professional and personal standards during a time of extreme change. As the president of the chapter, Joe had to quickly adapt the chapter policies and respond to the changing environment. He has led the effort for the justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion policy statements that the chapter has made, and he has powered that change and supported it. Working with almost every committee, he has supported each one of the committees. What comes to mind is the Young Architects Forum lecture series. Joe obtained the support from AIA National for that series to happen. He has also supported the Design Awards Committee this year and in the past years by being in charge of sponsorships. He has also been instrumental in partnering with the newly established NOMA chapter in Virginia. Joe is a great builder of bridges, and we are very pleased to award the Distinguished Leadership Award to Joe McCoy.
Congratulations to Joe. He's really done an outstanding job as our chapter president this year. This year, we also have two recipients for our Outstanding Achievement Award. The first will be presented by Sean Riley, AIA, of KGA Studio.
Hey everyone, Sean here. I hope you and everyone out there in our AIA family are hanging in there during these difficult times. And many thanks to AIA Northern Virginia for bringing us together today to celebrate the achievements of our peers. I am honored to present the Outstanding Achievement Award to my friend and colleague Eliza Engel for her extraordinary work advancing advocacy of our profession. I'd like to touch on three of Eliza's accomplishments, one in each of the three areas that she serves. First, as a member of the AIA Virginia Board and Advocacy Council, Eliza helped close a loophole in the Virginia Procurement Act, which allowed state and local government agencies to select architects based on fees. This was a significant win for our profession. Number two, as a member of the AIA Virginia Plaque Board of Trustees, Eliza is shifting the culture through extensive outreach. Historically, the PAC raised typically about $4,000 to $6,000 annually from members. Following this outreach, there is a seismic shift as the PAC raised nearly $20,000 in 2018 and almost $30,000 in 2019. This dramatic increase expands our profession's influence significantly with state lawmakers. And finally, Eliza conceived of, planned, and hosted a series of advocacy town halls as chairperson of the chapter's Legislative and Government Affairs Committee. The town halls build advocacy capacity and awareness throughout our chapter. Eliza's brilliant work has significantly extended advocacy of our profession well beyond where it has ever been in the past. Eliza, congratulations. You are so well deserving of this award, and I'm so glad to have you as a teammate. Congratulations.
I too have seen how hard Eliza has been working for the Legislative Affairs Committee for the past 2 years. Very well deserved. Congratulations, Eliza. Our second award for Outstanding Achievement this evening will be presented by Stephen Koenig, AIA, of LKH Architects.
My name is Stephen Koenig, and I have the privilege of presenting the AIA Nova Award of Outstanding Achievement to Al Cox. I've had the pleasure of interacting with Al throughout his career in Alexandria. He's made an indelible contribution over decades to planning and architecture in our city. From his remarkable career, here are a few illustrations with which I'm personally familiar. As a young architect new to the city in the 1980s, I walked to work past Union Station on King Street, an architectural gem then in a state of decline. In the 1990s, it was elevated to the National Register of Historic Places and skillfully rejuvenated under Al's leadership as the inaugural city architect of Alexandria. This transformation exemplifies a pattern of adaptation that respects historical integrity while fulfilling contemporary needs. Al was instrumental in institutionalizing this as a consensus goal of our development review process and has helped innumerable projects to achieve it. The Potomac bounds the entire eastern edge of Alexandria's urban fabric, and our waterfront is in a purposeful transition from vanished industry to a continuity of civic open spaces integrated with commercial and residential uses. The vehicle for this evolution is our waterfront plan, perhaps the most complex and consequential planning endeavor in the city. Al has contributed to formulating its strategic vision, generating consensus for its design philosophy, and guiding its ongoing implementation. Redevelopment of Robinson Landing is a significant component of the waterfront plan with which I'm familiar as a planning commissioner. Al's role as historic preservation manager was at the vortex of the impassioned considerations of purpose, scale, and character which animate our public architectural deliberations in Alexandria. Good faith representation of all perspectives and a relentless drive for quality design were crucial. Through a marathon series of Board of Architectural Review hearings, he managed a sorting of the issues, refinement of the design, and approval of the project. It arrived on our docket eminently worthy of enthusiastic support for its synthesis of contextual sensibility and vitality that realization of our waterfront plan requires. Al's way of working, in dedicated pursuit of both preservation and progress, has been remarkably successful. His genuinely productive relationships across the entire spectrum of stakeholders, equitable administration of a dauntingly complex entitlements process, and invariably civilized discourse in pursuit of thoughtful solutions has served the public interest with distinction. Al, you've made a unique and valuable contribution to our community. Congratulations on this well-deserved recognition from your fellow architects.
Congratulations to Al Cox, a very deserving recipient of this Outstanding Achievement Award. Our final award this evening is our AIA Northern Virginia Award of Honor. This is our chapter's highest award. It is given to a member who has demonstrated outstanding levels of professional influence and activity over a sustained period of time. Presenting our Award of Honor this evening is David Jameson, FAIA, of David Jameson Architect.
Hi everyone, I'm David Jameson. I'm here today to congratulate Bob Gurney on his Award of Honor for service to the chapter and just all-around greatness. It's interesting, Bob and I met 30 years ago when I was working for Hugh Jacobson. I'm here today in a 1970 Hugh Jacobson house that's never before been published, and we're going to breathe some new light in. Bob and I spent hours and hours and hours talking about architecture for the last 30 years. And we've also, with things like this ladder, climbed around in projects, not just here in DC, but all over the country, looking at architecture. At the end of the day, this award is about passion and it's about service. Bob is passionate about design. You can see that in his extraordinary work. He's passionate about service to the chapter. He's been on the board. He gives great amounts of time to students, bringing his staff to awards events, and helping to support the architecture community in Washington and in Alexandria in particular. It is, one of those interesting things. I saw that Bill Gates just wished Warren Buffett a happy 90th birthday. And one of the things that Bill Gates mentioned that Warren Buffett told him was great advice was be friends with people you admire. And I couldn't think of better advice because Bob, I certainly admire you as a friend. I admire your work, and I'm just thrilled to be the one that gets to say congratulations. And I've had a heck of a time over the last 30 years climbing around in projects and talking about architecture and doing a lot of interesting things with you. So one last thing, I want my producer to wish his congratulations as well.
Hey Bob, congratulations, you really deserve it.
And now, a few words from Bob.
First of all, I'd like to thank David for his really kind words. I do miss our times together driving around in David's Land Cruiser with his ladder, trying to look at really cool buildings in Washington, D.C., and as David said, around the country. I remember this one time we were in Malibu, California, and we snuck into a Richard Meyer house that was in construction. We were there for about 5 minutes when a security guard approached us. I thought at best case, we would get out of there and the security guard would just ask us to leave. Worst case is we'd get arrested. David was talking to the security guard, and after 5 minutes, the security guard wound up giving us a half-hour tour of the entire building. So it was amazing to see what David could actually do in those kind of situations. I'd also like to thank the Northern Virginia AIA. They have been incredibly supportive of my career and have fostered my career for the last 25 years. Thank you, Northern Virginia AIA. I would also like to thank all the people who volunteer for the AIA committees and the AIA in general. Thank you for all your service. I've done it myself and I know how much time it takes. And lastly, enjoy the rest of your night.
Congratulations to all our 2020 AIA Northern Virginia Chapter Award recipients. We've set up a social hour to take place immediately following. Here are the details, and we'll post them in the chat as well. Lastly, don't forget to donate to the Arlington Food Assistance Center to help those in need. Thank you everyone for joining us this evening. Have a wonderful night, and we hope to see you all and have a toast together in the very near future.